Welcome to a damp Fenway Park as we get ready for a brief two-game series. Tonight is Game 1 between the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, the Cleveland Indians came into town, and the Red Sox were able to take 3 out of 4 from the Indians. They welcome the Seattle Mariners in tonight for the first of 2. The Red Sox having a very good weekend, and over the weekend scored some runs, and along the way had a lot of doubles. In fact, this entire season has been about doubles for the Red Sox offense. The 5 doubles yesterday gave the Sox 100 this season, 1,850 in the last 6 seasons. If they can keep up the pace, it would be the 3rd straight season leading the majors in doubles. Actually finished 1st or 2nd for 5 straight years. And entering tonight, top 4 players in the AL in doubles are all Red Sox. David Ortiz leads with 14. Then Pedroia, Sweeney, and Gonzalez, who all have 13. In fact, if they keep up this pace, they would break the Major League record. We welcome in Jared Remy. And Jerry, the Red Sox with good wins over the weekend and good starting pitching.
Well, the starting pitching obviously sets the tone for the ball games, and they were set very early by the Red Sox starters over the weekend. 3 very good performances out of the Red Sox starters who had struggled up to this point. Clay Buchholz on Friday night picking up the win, going 6 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 3 earned runs. Felix Dubron on Saturday picking up a win, 6 innings, only 1 run. And of course, Daniel Bard yesterday, very impressed. Did not come out with his best stuff, but learned how to go through that game and also pick up a win. So excellent starting pitching over the weekend against Cleveland. They hope to continue that against the Seattle Mariners, who have had some trouble scoring runs. So John Lester tonight and Josh Beckett tomorrow hope to keep this thing going.
Well, tonight, as you mentioned, John Lester will face his hometown team, the Seattle Mariners, 2-2 with a 3.97 ERA in his career against the Mariners. We're back with more right after this. And the Red Sox from Fenway Park. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, the Seattle Mariners are here. Right now, they're in 3rd place in the American League West, and they've had some trouble scoring runs. That's been the problem for this very young team that Eric Wedge brings into Fenway Park. Let's meet the Seattle Mariners. Jesus Montero, who started the year in the majors for the first time, leads the team with 5 home runs. Rookie Kyle Seager leads the team in average, doubles, and RBIs. And Ichiro, who usually led off for the Mariners over the last bunch of years, moved to the 3rd spot in the lineup this season and is hitting .285, but his average on the road is 70 points better than his home average. As for pitching, the Red Sox fortunately will miss the ace Felix Hernandez this series. He's 3-2 so far with an ERA of 2.29. Well, they may miss Felix Hernandez, but they do have to deal with Jason Vargas. He's had a very good season as well so far for the Mariners. He gets the nod. He's 4-2 with a nifty 2.79 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch from Rainy Fenway right after this. Tourism, AT&T, New England's website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Subaru dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. The Bermuda dancers here at Fenway Park in the concourse and on the field as part of a pregame ceremony here at Fenway and part of Bermuda night from Fenway Park. I welcome you inside Fenway Park as the Red Sox take the field. Tarp was on the field for a better part of the afternoon, but comes off the field as right now it is not raining at all. The lights are on. Cloud covered Fenway, but precipitation free to begin the game. Let's check out the visiting Seattle Mariners starting lineup. It is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Leading it off is Dustin Ackley, the DH, with Casper Wells in left field batting second. Ichiro Suzuki in the 3 spot. He's in right field. Jesus Montero does the catching. He bats fourth. Justin Smoke is at first base with Kyle Seager at second base batting sixth. Alex Linney at third base bats seventh. Michael Saunders in center field bats eighth. And it's Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, who bats ninth. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox is John Lester. Lester's 8th appearance of the year. He is 1-3 with a 4.29 earned run average. 42 innings. He has struck out 28. Opponents hitting at .250 against John Lester. Last time out for Lester against Kansas City, he took the loss, a 5-inning effort in which he gave up 4 runs. Only one of the runs was earned. He walked 1, struck out 3, and again lifetime 2-2 against the Seattle Mariners.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are third in the American League, only 15 errors on the season. Will Middlebrooks at third base. Mike Aviles, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. And Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. Left to right, Daniel Nava, Marlon Byrd, and Cody Ross. And Kelly Shoppick doing the catching for John Lester.
Umpiring crew tonight, it is Tim Timmons in behind the plate calling the balls and strikes with Jeff Kellogg at first base. Eric Cooper at second base, and Marty Foster is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
60 degrees here tonight at Fenway Park. The breeze from right to left at 6 miles per hour, and there is a chance for rain here tonight at Fenway Park, but it was raining pretty hard here late this afternoon, so good that we are able to start at least on time tonight. As the Red Sox welcome the Mariners in for the first of 2 games. It is a young Seattle team, and so far they are 7.5 games back of the Texas Rangers in the American League West. As Dustin Ackley stands in to get it started, he's a DH and leadoff hitter now for the Mariners. John Lester ready, and the first pitch of this one will miss outside, and we're underway. Ackley, a .248 hitter, 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. Swing and a miss late on the fastball, and it's 1-1.
Right now, Ackley on a 9-game hitting streak. He's got Middlebrooks about even with the bag on the grass at third base.
Mariners on a lengthy trip. It's a 4-city tour for Seattle. Started in New York for Eric Wedge. They come here to Fenway Park. They will go to Cleveland next and then to Colorado as part of interleague play getting started. A 4-city tour for a team that travels a lot anyway. In fact, more than anybody else in Major League Baseball if you take into account actual mileage and distance. The closest team to them 2.5 hours. So if you're a Mariner, you're going to be doing some traveling during the year.
You get a lot of flight time by the time the season's over up in the beautiful Northwest.
2-2 is a swing and a miss. A fastball that was up at 94 miles an hour. And a good start for John Lester.
Now John Lester attacking Ackley with fastballs, and he throws the fastball by him up and away to pick up his first of the night. Lester last time out had 3 strikeouts against Kansas City. His season high is 7.
One down in the first inning. Casper Wells, the batter. 242 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. Wells jumps back out of the way and takes ball 2, 2-0. Second time he's been on the opening day roster. As you see, one of the game's most exciting players, Ichiro Suzuki, waiting on deck. There's a pop-up foul off first. Gonzalez going as far as he can, but that'll end up on the roof of the Red Sox dugout.
You mentioned the rain down about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It was pouring here at Fenway Park, but it didn't last very long. They took the top off, got the field ready to go, and as you mentioned, starting on time here at Fenway.
The tarp has the cover off just in case. Again, there is a chance of more tonight. 2-1 is on the ground, is short. Aviles will play the hop and throw out Wells. 2 down in the first inning. Well, the first out of this inning for John Lester. He has now pitched 1,000 innings in the major leagues. John reaching a milestone as he struck out Ackley. And the K men and women up there congratulating him on the feet as they get that first K up there, and the first out of the game. There's 2 out now. And here's Ichiro. So used to seeing him lead off with the Seattle Mariners really ever since 2001, and here he is batting third, jumping back out of the way of ball 1. Snapped a streak of 1,203 games as the leadoff hitter for Seattle. This one is popped up foul off to the left, out of play.
I remember all the talk in the offseason about Ichiro, who, as you mentioned, Don, been leading off all these years for the Mariners, and talking about dropping him to third in the lineup. That's what they've done since the beginning of the season. Ichiro at a 285 start.
He started every game. This is the 37th game for the Mariners in the 3 spot in the order. And the hits have been incredible for him, 10 straight. That'll miss, and it is 3-1 to Ichiro. Always appears to be on the move, but somehow is balanced when he goes to swing. Chop towards second base. Pedroia will charge and throw. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for John Lester. The Red Sox are coming up. Here in the bottom of the first inning and dealing with Jason Vargas tonight. Vargas, left-hander, is off to a very good start. He's 4-2 with a 2.79 earned run average. It's 38 strikeouts and 51 2/3, and opponents hitting only a 200 against the 28-year-old left-hander. Last time out, an 8-inning effort, giving up 1 run, no walks, and 6 Ks against that tough Tigers lineup. See how he fares tonight against the Red Sox. Mike Aviles back in the leadoff spot for the Red Sox. It's the 7th time that he's got at least 8 innings while allowing 1 or fewer runs since September of last year. Vargas has been very good for the Mariners as Mike Aviles taps one back towards Vargas. He will pick it on the backhand and throws out Aviles. Check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Mike Aviles just led off. He's at shortstop with Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz at DH with Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Will Middlebrooks at third base with Cody Ross in right batting sixth. Daniel Navas in left field seventh. Marlon Byrd gets a start in center field once again after not starting the last 2 days. And Kelly Chopik does the catching. He bats ninth. First pitch is in there for strike one to Dustin Pedroia.
Vargas is a little deceptive as we look at Pedroia's numbers. 319 right now in a 14-game hitting streak. He turns his bat to the hitters before that delivery. Not an overpowering fastball. It's been an 88, 89 so far in the ball game here early.
He was acquired by the Mariners from the Mets in a 3-team, 12-player trade back in 08.
See here as he turns his back completely to the hitter, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to pick up the baseball. Little deception.
Falls behind 3-1. He's allowed 2 or fewer runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. Popped up, foul, and backing out of play. Look at the 14-game hitting streak for Dustin Pedroia, hitting at 350 along the way with 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in the last 14 games. There's ball 4. The Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
Let's look at the Mariner defense. They've been very good. They're second in the league, only 14 errors on the season. Alex Liddy will be at third base. Brendan Ryan, the shortstop. Kyle Seager at second, and Justin Smoke at first. Left to right, Casper Wells, Michael Saunders, and Ichiro, and Jesus Montero doing the catching for Vargas.
One out, one on for David Ortiz. David has really settled into this number 3 spot in the Red Sox order as he cranks one foul. And why not? So it's a 348 average coming into tonight's action. 7 homers, 25 runs batted in, a slugging percentage of .614. He is third in the league in batting average to start the day. Josh Hamilton first at .402, then Derek Jeter at .372, and then Big Papi. Konerko tied with Sweeney as you look at the top 5. On the ground foul that'll get into the Red Sox dugout.
That's the second time in 2 days that Big Papi has rifled one into the Red Sox dugout. Yesterday's went in and came back out. This one stayed in. Heads up. Ricochets off the back wall.
Red Sox as a team are second in the American League, getting a .276, only behind Texas in batting average. Red Sox second in runs, Only behind, again, the Texas Rangers in that category. One-two is a fly ball struck pretty well to left. Wells going back, looking up, and it is going to be off the bottom of the wall. Ricochet is nasty. Pedroia, who's going to score easily all the way from first base. It's an RBI double for David Ortiz, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Now, David Ortiz does a very nice job staying back on a changeup from Vargas. Actually, it looked like this ball was going to hit higher off the wall than what it actually did. It was pretty low off that left field wall, but a very good read by Pedroia. Once he saw that outfield to back off the play, he just continued to go, and he's able to score all the way from first base. Almost seemed like if the outfielder Wells went back to the wall, he might have been able to catch that. But he turned very quickly to play it off the wall.
There's a liner down the left field line, and this will get in. Adrian Gonzalez will head for second base as Ortiz scores, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. It's an RBI double for Gonzalez. More doubles and more runs for the Red Sox tonight, and they lead it 2-0.
Well, you spoke about it, Don, in the open. All the doubles the Red Sox have had so far this season, and 2 doubles there in the first inning. Both Ortiz and Gonzalez, 2 lefties going to the opposite field. Keeping Casper Wells very busy out there in left field early.
8 doubles in the last 7 games for Adrian Gonzalez. He's at second base with 1 out. There's Will Middlebrooks, who takes a pitch up high for ball 1.
Nice to see a plan come together. You know, the open with the doubles and then 2 doubles.
We talked about it yesterday.
In the first inning.
The 1-0 is going to miss, and it's 2-0. Will Middlebrooks got his 4th home run of the year here yesterday on Mother's Day from Fenway Park, and part of the victory for the Red Sox as they beat up on the Indians yesterday and able to take 3 out of 4 from the AL Central leading Cleveland Indians. It's a nice combination of good pitching yesterday and good offense. Three-0 swinging. It's a fly ball to center that Saunders has sized up. He'll make the catch. Adrian will remain at second. And there are 2 outs here in the first inning.
Shows the confidence right there that Bobby Valentine has in Middlebrooks, because, you know, a lot of guys don't like to hit 3 balls and no strikes, and you have to have the confidence that he's going to be swinging at a strike and not be too anxious in that situation. Valentine has the confidence that Middlebrooks will do that, gives him the green light, but the result, the fly ball out to center.
So 2 down, Adrian Gonzalez at second, and Cody Ross the batter. Ross kind of settling into right field on a more regular basis for the Red Sox. Nava playing in left, and Ross at 248, 6 homers and 23 runs batted in. Twelfth start in right field for Cody Ross. Hitting at 219 against left-handed pitching as he takes ball 2, 2-1.
I've seen all the pitches so far: the fastball, the changeup, the breaking ball.
Carl Willis, pitching coach here for the Seattle Mariners, joining Eric Wedge as he did in Cleveland. The 2 were together. It's a broken bat, fly ball to left field. Casper Wells is there, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. But the Red Sox get a pair of runs off Jason Vargas. It's 2-0 Boston. and early June are packed with great matchups. The Red Sox kick off a 4-game series against the Detroit Tigers with an afternoon game on Memorial Day. Then in early June, the action heats up as the Red Sox battle the Baltimore Orioles on June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Get your tickets now for these great matchups at redsox.com/tickets. Well, a 2-0 Red Sox lead as we head to the second inning. Jesus Montero to lead it off for the Mariners. As Montero takes strike one, of course, part of the Michael Pineda deal for the New York Yankees. And one Brian Cashman probably wondering whether or not he should have made or not, as Pineda lost for the season for New York. And here's Montero in the big leagues, hitting at .262, 5 homers, 17 runs batted in. This one fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Originally signed by the Yankees as a non-drafted free agent and part of a 4-player deal. He was acquired by the Mariners along with Hector Noesi in exchange for Michael Pineda and Jose Campos January 21st. 0-2 is high and tight, 1-2. Montero's just 22 years old and entered the season rated as the Mariners' #1 top prospect by Baseball America. It's ground ball left side to another top prospect, Will Middlebrooks, across the diamond for out #1.
Now that time Montero was completely fooled on the breaking ball, the curveball from John Lester. Off balance swing out on his front foot. And gets that little ground ball to Middlebrooks at third base.
One down here in the second inning. Justin Smoke. It's a 205 with 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. Here's what we have on tap tonight from Fenway. The national champions are here. Jerry York will join us live tonight, head coach of the BC Eagles. Get some updates on Ellsbury and Youkilis as they work their way back to the Red Sox. And the Yankees and Orioles playing tonight in Camden Yards. We'll get you caught up on that with a game break later on. Lester ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's the second strikeout for John Lester. Breaking ball gets him, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, both outs in this inning coming on the curveball. Montero first grounding out on the curveball, and now the breaking ball for the strikeout. His first strikeout was on a fastball to Ackley. This one, the curveball.
Here's Kyle Seager with 2 outs in the second inning. Second baseman for the M's, hitting at .295, 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. Third round pick by the Mariners in 2009. And a guy who last year saw action at 3 different classifications. Started the year in AA Jackson, moved up to AAA Tacoma, and by a year's end had played in 53 games in the majors for the Mariners. On the ground towards Pedroia at second base. Lester has retired the first 6 batters he's faced tonight. Inning 2 took just 9 pitches. It's 2-0 Red Sox. presented by Sunlight Financial. We'll have a complete recap of the Celtics-Sixers Game 2 matchup, including a report from Randy Scott at the Garden. Plus, Patriots wide receiver Wes Welker is revealing comments on his contract situation. All this and much more on NESN Daily. Tonight after our Red Sox coverage, it's only on NESN. Bottom of the second inning. Red Sox on top 2-0, and the bottom third of the Boston order. They anticipated in the inning. Daniel Nava, Marlon Byrd, and Kelly Shopik to bat in the second inning. Nava hitting at 600 so far with the Red Sox and getting a chance to play on an everyday basis in left field for Boston. First time since 2010.
Yeah, Bobby Valentine talking about Nava this afternoon in his meeting with the press. Saying, you know, he didn't know a lot about him. He didn't see him at all last season. But he has been impressed with what he has seen so far from Nava while playing for the Red Sox.
Kind of a forgotten guy from 2010. I mean,
Yep.
really did not appear in the majors last year. And in fact, this year when we saw him in spring training, he's not even in the major league side of the guide. He's in the minor league section, and a lot of other guys making their way up in between. But Nava certainly did well in 2010. Yesterday, part of the double barrage for the Red Sox. He had two of them yesterday afternoon. He was able to get the 100th double of the season for the Red Sox. This time over the head of Brantley. He's on base 5 times in the game. Joined the Red Sox on Thursday night and has started every game since in left field. Sits safely in all the games he's played in and keeps it going. 1-2 is sliced foul.
And has also played well defensively out in left field.
Start of the year in Pawtucket, 27 games with the Paw Sox, and he's doing well there. He's hitting at .316 with 7 doubles and 3 home runs. Knocked in 17 runs. .58 games in the majors. He has not committed an error defensively. Chopped to third, a tough hop, but it's picked by Liddy. His throw is in time for the first out of the second inning. Well, Jerry York will join us a little bit later. His team throwing out the first pitch. Tommy Cross, captain of the Boston College Eagles, doing the honors, and just seems that they were just here celebrating their national championship. Well, they've done it again.
What a program.
Tommy Cross signing with the Bruins recently, so his professional career could be right here as well. 30th pitch for Vargas, misses to Marlon Byrd. Part of our key matchup brought to you by your New England Honda dealers. He's faced Vargas more than anybody else. The Red Sox. Line and caught at second base. No, he dropped it. Seager had it and then couldn't hold on. Hit the ground. It comes out almost. A spectacular catch by Seager.
Well, that's that great play written all over it, but somehow the ball got out. Line shot headed up the middle. The backhand, I guess, just couldn't close the glove up. Or did it come out when it hit the ground? One of the two, but nice effort by Seager at second base and a base hit for Marlon Byrd.
So a 6-game hitting streak now for Byrd. 1 out, 1 on here in the second inning. Kelly Shopik getting the start. .244 average, no homers, and 5 runs batted in. Thought we may see Saltalamacchia today, Jerry. And tomorrow you got Beckett going, and Shopik has been working exclusively with Beckett, so maybe that has been broken up.
It may be. Usually you see Shopik get the starts when Beckett was starting and also against left-handed pitching. And tonight, of course, Vargas, the lefty out there. Shopik gets the start. We'll have to wait to see what happens tomorrow at 4 o'clock on Tim Wakefield Day here at Fenway Park.
Salty had a big day yesterday, 3 for 4, the home run, 5 RBIs. Runner goes, and 1-0 is a swing and a miss, and the throw is going to be in time. Very good throw. It seemed like Bird kind of stopped as he went into the slide there at second base.
Almost like he got stuck in mud sliding in at second base. I don't know if that was a hit and run put on by Valentine. It's a swing on a changeup. No contact. There's the throw. Did he touch him? Whoa. Not initially, I don't believe he did. But he was out by so much that almost brings an automatic call.
Well, Jesus Montero, the catcher, gunning him down. 2 down in the inning. The 1-1. Sails down low. 2-1. There's a strike. 2-2 to Shopik. Sitting at 190 against left-handed pitching, 4 for 21. Beach ball has been taken care of. On the ground, off the pitcher Vargas. It kicks a long way away, and safe at first base will be Kelly Shopik. Going off the legs of Vargas and kicked to the third base line.
Ball was probably headed up the middle anyway, but Vargas gets a foot on it right there and kicks it off toward third base, far enough away where there's absolutely no play on Shopik going down the line. So on a hit and run, and Shopik apparently missed the changeup, but that time got the changeup and picks up the base hit.
I would think Shopik would be a tough guy to do a hit and run with just based on contact.
I'd agree, Don.
2 down, Shopik at first, and Aviles is the batter. In there for strike 1 over the inside corner.
That's why I'm hedging my bet right now. Not sure if it was a hit or run or a straight out steal.
Well, I don't want you to doubt yourself, but I'm just thinking that he's not a guy you can guarantee contact with. This is in the dirt. Montero quickly locates it. It's behind him. Softly grounded back. Vargas this time will pick it with his glove and fire to first for the out that ends the second inning. Play 2. It's 2-0 Red Sox. event to have Jerry York in the booth after a national championship. Great to see you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Don. Always fun to be with the Red Sox.
Well, you guys did it again this year. It had to be an incredible run.
It really was. We had a lot of all-stars, but more the point, they became a team and really played for each other and played very well for the university.
Well, it has been a lot of fun to watch. You guys 19 straight, is that right, at one point?
It was a funny situation because after we won the 18th straight, someone grabbed one of the reporters and said, "Congratulations, you tied the Patriots now. You've won 18 straight games." I said, "Great." I'm home in bed that night thinking, they lost the Jets the next night. So I said, "Wow, what a nightmare for me." But we were able to continue, but it was a great run for us.
Well, you had your boys here today out throwing the first pitch, and Tommy Cross throwing the very first pitch tonight, and that had to be a lot of fun to be on the field again.
He threw a heat from the mound. He got up top, Jerry. It wasn't on a red tees at all, and I think it was a pass ball.
Take a look at it. I think that's going to be a pass ball. I really do. I mean, it crossed home plate. It had plenty of the plate, plenty of the corner.
We need Salty out there to grab that.
Yeah.
Well, we understand Tommy Cross has signed with the Bruins, so he can maybe spend his professional career right in town as well.
Yeah, I think he will. He's had some knee issues with us, sliding into third base, American Legion, his senior year of high school, but he had 2 operations, and I think he's back now to full up, so he'll be a good prospect for the Bruins.
And Chris Kreider right now playing in the playoffs.
Oh, that's terrific. I mean, that's like going from college right into the World Series, not just to the an NHL game.
Right.
You walk right into the Rangers, and what that media is like in New York City, Joey.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They can handle the hockey plus the media.
How much of a jump is it, do you think, to go from the situation of being a Boston College hockey player and going to the NHL? What's the jump like for some of these guys?
Oh, it's a big jump. It's almost like Little League baseball to Babe Ruth League, high school to college baseball. A little bit bigger, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. But we had this past year, we had 21 players play at least one game in the National Hockey League. So we've got a lot of players up there, and usually there's an adjustment period. For Chris to step in like that, that's an incredible performance by him.
It's going to really be a rewarding feeling for you to have so many kids throughout the years that you've coached and gone through, and see them go on to have great success, and not only hockey but in life. And it just has for a college coach, that's going to be a great feeling.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons I'm still in it, because after all the practices, the travel, the recruiting, but to see the products of an 18-year-old player all of a sudden become a successful man, like you said, in any endeavor, whether it's the National Hockey League or in the booth here with Don and Jerry. It's fun to watch them.
Your 4th title. Can you pick one that is your favorite? I know it's probably unfair to say, but is there one that sticks out for you as being your favorite?
Winning the first one is always kind of gets you over the hump, and then you feel better. And I think you got a game plan, a blueprint, how to be more successful the next few years. So probably the very first one sticks in my mind the most.
Well, I would imagine that winning these has got to help the recruiting process also moving forward.
No question. Players like to go to college, get a degree, but if they could do it with a winning program, someone that has to win championships, and our vision with all our players, Don, is that we like to see them with a diploma in one hand and a ring in the other hand. That's our goal.
They've done a great job of it. There's 2 down here in the inning. As Saunders is retired, Brendan Ryan is coming up next. Well, how much have you enjoyed playing here at Fenway Park? You guys had the chance to do that.
It's never quite as balmy as it is tonight, though. It's kind of cold. But I think our Sox are coming hard, Jerry. I talked to Bobby before the game. He feels his momentum swinging to the plus side.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, it'll be a great summer if it catches fire here.
We had Jerry York on Red Sox Hot Stove Live, Jerry.
Is that right?
Here when it was not so balmy. It was, I would say, January, somewhere in there, up in the left field roof. A little chilly, but he's used to that.
John made us feel bad. I had my big heavy coat on here, the sports jacket and tie. A typical TV guy,
This is too short, and Ryan will be out number 3. Jerry York, congratulations again on the national championship. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Jerry.
Congratulations.
Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Last half of the third inning at Fenway as Pedroia jolts one out to right, but Ichiro is back there to make the catch for the first out of the last of the third inning. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, yesterday Jacoby Ellsbury was transferred to the 60-day disabled list, and the earliest he'll be able to return is June 13th. Manager Bobby Valentine updated us on his status.
He just looked good in the weight room. He looks good in the training room. Now, I haven't seen him in that the Field of Dreams out there where it's all green and he looks so natural. But he hasn't had any setbacks. He has almost full range of motion. His strength is building, so it's all good.
Kevin Youkilis was eligible to come off the 15-day DL today, but did not. But he did take ground balls and swung the bat 10 times during a session of soft toss and took 30 dry swings in the cage without issue. Don, it seems like the third baseman's return is right around the corner.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Interesting to see what happens when he is eligible to come off and what the Red Sox do. These things seem to work themselves out each time the Red Sox are ready to activate somebody, but it will be interesting. As Ortiz hits a fly ball out to center field, Michael Saunders in a step or two, and he'll make the catch. 2 down in the third inning. CVS Pharmacy donated to Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox extra inning game or save.
Hey, you're talking about Youkilis, Don, when he comes off the disabled list. I think he plays, and I think he plays third base. I think that, one thing you don't want to have is Middlebrooks here sitting on the bench.
Right.
That's for sure. You want him playing. And if it's not going to be with the Boston Red Sox, you would think it would have to be at Pawtucket, because unless he's going to be in the lineup every day, it makes no sense really to have him on the bench. It's kind of the feeling I got today, too, from Valentine's press conference as he was talking about it.
He would go back to Pawtucket?
Well, that's my feeling. How about you?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I don't know yet. As well as he has done,
yep.
I have a hard time sending him back to AAA.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's just a matter of finding a place for everybody to play. I mean, if you could have some sort of combination where he could either move to a different spot. You have a DH who's going to play every day. You got a first baseman who's going to play every day, so it's hard to have Youkilis moving around. But I just have a hard time.
Well, the other option would be the outfield, and
right.
They've already kind of said no to that.
Right. And Bobby Valentine, they had asked him about examples of that, and he said that he's never seen it work. He had a guy, Dean Palmer, move from third base. The outfield did not work at all. He's already been down that road, and that it wouldn't be likely it would happen here. So I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. He's got to play every day, but it's just. The guy has been so good.
Yeah, where do you play every day? That's the problem. Where do you play every day? He has been good. There's no question about that.
Now 2 down here in the third. Gonzalez doubled his first time up to drive in a run. But I will agree with you. Youkilis makes this team better. If Youkilis is okay and healthy, he's a guy who's in the middle of your lineup. So.
Right.
Just a matter of staying healthy if you're Kevin Youkilis. That has been the biggest problem over the last 2 or 3 years now. And he's staying on the field. 2-2 pitch will bounce in outside. Well, it's been a nice weekend here at Fenway Park. Red Sox winning 3 straight. Chairman Tom Werner along with principal owner John Henry. Things turning around here for the Red Sox against the AL Central Indians over the weekend, and trying to keep it going here against Seattle. 3-2 foul back.
Hey, that was a nice gesture. I read in the paper today where John and Tom and Larry presented Derek Lowe with a new ring.
Yes.
World Series ring from 2004, one that was stolen from his home down in Florida. And that was a very nice gesture, I thought, on the part of the Red Sox to replace that ring for him.
Indeed.
And present it to him right here at Fenway Park.
And Derek Lowe was very touched by it, no doubt about it. He went out of his way to thank them. He was very, very surprised by it. He thought it was just going to be gone. And here they came and not only got him another one, but presented it to him here at Fenway. So, well, they certainly don't win it without Derek Lowe either, as he was a huge part of that run.
You know, that's something. I mean, you get a lot of money when you go to the World Series, but you can blow through that. But you always get that ring to remember things by, you know. like the way you would blow through the bonus money you would get for the World Series. You just go right through it. But you'd always have that ring. And
right, if nothing else, you get the ring.
Unfortunately, that ring was stolen from Lowe, and the Red Sox were nice enough to replace that. That was a class act.
Now 2 down, Gonzalez at first. Will Middlebrooks flying out to center field his first time up. No one is going to be a strike over the inside corner. And it is 0-2. Well, about Middlebrooks, Jerry, when is it that teams start making adjustments against him? Enough advanced scouts have seen some of his weaknesses.
Well, I'm sure they're already trying to do that. I haven't found one yet. I remember when Boggs came up, and Boggs came to the big leagues, and you watched him and you said, well, sooner or later, this is going to slow down a little bit. It never did. It just got better, So they certainly will try different things, but it's adjustments that Middlebrooks will have to make when they see what they're trying to do to him. But he to me looks like a very solid hitter. If you watch him, his approach at the plate, he has almost no stride at all, very little head movement. Just looks like a good hitter, and we've seen the power. Certainly has that.
Really the first power guy that has been produced by the Red Sox farm system in a while. Certainly a lot of pitching has made its way through. 1-2. He strikes out this time, as that's the first strikeout for Vargas. Red Sox are gone through 3. It's 2-0 Boston. Top of the 4th inning as Dustin Ackley leads it off here for the Mariners, a strikeout victim in the first inning. John Lester has worked very economically through the first 3 innings. As he misses inside, it evens up at 1-1. 35 pitches as he works to his first batter of the 4th inning. Popped up, foul ground as Middlebrooks would go as far as he can. He will not have a play. Wasn't real sure where he was. He kind of stutter stepped over by the photographer's well and may have had a chance to get a little closer as it turned out.
Yeah, maybe a step, maybe 2 steps closer, but awfully tough to gauge as you get closer and closer to those stands and the photographer's well. But he did have another step to go. I think Marky Mark down there got in his way. One, 2. Slap foul off to the left, out of play.
Well, for the best deals on great seats, visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Ackley grounds one right side. Gonzalez will flip to Lester. He's got to hurry, and he just does get the foot down. Boy, Ackley got down the line very quickly. And a bang-bang play at first, but it's out number 1 of the 4th inning.
Yeah, left-handed pitches are at a disadvantage because they kind of fall off a little bit toward third base. And this really has to become a foot race between Lester and Ackley getting down that line, and Lester just barely beats him. I think John thought he might have had more time than what he actually did.
So one down here in the 4th inning. Casper Wells grounded out to shortstop in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Here's a pop-up on the infield right side, and Pedroia equidistant between 1st and 2nd. Makes the catch, 2 down.
Now, the Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. 3 strikeouts for Lester so far in the game. A fastball to Ackley, a breaking ball to Smoke, and a fastball to Liddy.
So 2 down here in the 4th inning. In the 1st inning of John Lester's last outing, he threw 38 pitches. 39 pitches has gotten him 3 2/3 tonight. So far more effective tonight and far more economical.
Well, he got hurt by his defense, didn't he, a little bit early in the game last time out?
Pitches in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. The game you were admittedly in and out of. Celtics were on that night.
That's why I asked you.
This is outside, and it's 2-1.
I actually asked you that question in the time Karen hit today.
Yes. Well, you were great. You handled it very well, like you knew what you were talking about.
I was throwing it out there.
I'm glad he broke it down on Lester's last outing. This is off the glove of Lester. Over comes Middlebrooks, and he'll have no play. There's the first base runner and first hit of the game for the Seattle Mariners after Lester had retired the first 11 Mariners he faced in the game.
And once you get it by Lester or off Lester, no chance you're going to get Ichiro down at first base because he is 2 or 3 steps down that line on contact. And once the ball gets by John, it's out there in nowhere's land, and Ichiro beats it out for the base hit. Middlebrooks with a nice attempt, but there was no chance at all to get Ichiro at first base.
So 2 down, Ichiro at first. Always a threat to take off. Montero the batter. As he takes ball 1 outside. Montero grounded out to third base in the 2nd inning. Down and in, biting, and it is 2-0. Well, no one on. Opponent hitting at .218 against John Lester. Runner on .269, the average for hitters. A 51-point difference as he works from the stretch for the first time tonight. Line drive that is foul. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back at every Red Sox home game. Dunkin' Donuts hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a Red Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Tonight we welcome the Linfield Middle School peer leaders in Linfield, Massachusetts. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. They're trying to start the wave out there.
They got their own wave going.
Inside has Montero dancing out of the way again.
Ichiro over at first base has 3 steals so far on the season. He has not been caught.
(3-1) is chopped to short. Aviles will go to first with it and end the top of the 4th inning. Played 3.5 from Fenway. Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Live, a live interactive sports show. It's hosted by Chris Gasper 3 times a week at noon on Boston.com. It's 2-0 Red Sox on top of the Mariners as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cody Ross to lead it off for the Red Sox. Daniel Nava, Marlon Byrd to follow. It is 6, 7, and 8 in the Red Sox starting 9. Ross flied out to the left fielder Casper Wells to end the 1st inning. Vargas has settled down since giving up 2 runs in the 1st. Walked Pedroia, an RBI double followed by Ortiz, followed by an RBI double by Adrian Gonzalez, and just 4 batters in the game. The Red Sox had a 2-0 lead. Here's a line drive, base hit into left center. Saunders gets it quickly and guns to second base, holding Ross to a leadoff single to begin things here in the 4th inning.
Well, the first 2 hits for the Red Sox were doubles. Since then, all singles. Cody Ross with the line drive. That's going to head for the gap in left center field, but cut off by Saunders out there in center field, holding Ross to the single.
Here's Daniel Nava, grounded out to third base in the 2nd inning. Here's a drive to deep left field for Nava. Up, back, and gone. First home run since his first career at bat in the majors when he hit a grand slam. This is a 2-run shot. And it puts the Red Sox on top 4-0. How about Daniel Nava?
Now, Daniel Nava has been doing most of his damage from the left side of the plate. Tonight he gets to switch around to the right side of the plate and finds that first row in the monster seats. Fastball. Middle of the plate. Nava head right on contact. And the Red Sox with a 4-0 lead. Looks like he wants to stay around a while.
Another guy who does not want to go back to Pawtucket at the moment. Well, Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2012 season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. And I've been given an opportunity here in this 2012 season that he did not have all of last year. He had a chance to play at the major league level for the first time in 2010. It's taken him a while to get back, but now making the best of this opportunity. Bird will foul it off. So you think about guys who come up so often and try to do so much, trying to stay here in a limited time, and it works against them. They come up this time, I guess a little bit different of a vantage point for him just because he's been here before.
I would agree, Don. You know, the fact that he, knows what it's all about up here. It's not a big surprise to him. I'm sure he's been anxious to get back after not being here all of last season, but the fact that he did spend some time here, much more relaxing that second time around. You know what to expect. You know the people. You know them all from spring training.
This is hit to deep left center field. Back goes Saunders to the dirt of the track to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
The tough part's going down. I mean, that's the tough part. You get up to the big leagues, the big league life, everything that goes along with it, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're going back to the minor leagues. That's going to be very difficult. Something I fortunately never had to do in my career, but we see it all the time. We see it more now than we did in the past. With guys going back and forth.
And I think being a AAA manager is very difficult. Arnie Baylor, of course, the manager of the Pawtucket Red Sox, done a very good job there the last couple of years. It's not easy because you have guys who are on their way up. You have other guys who are career AAA guys that have never played in the majors. And then you get the guys who are coming down who may not be too pleased to be there.
Not happy. Not happy.
It's a very hard mix to deal with, and I think he's done a great job, as many of the AAA managers in the past have. Ron Johnson and others over the years for the Paw Sox. You're so close to. Our games are on in that clubhouse every night, and you're sitting there if you're a player and you're saying, I'm better than that guy. I should be there.
Of course.
I mean, you're so close. Pitches inside, and it's 1-2. Now, as you mentioned, you never had to do that. You made the majors out of spring training, so it wasn't even a situation for you coming up in the middle of a season trying to prove yourself. You started right out of the gate.
Right. I came out of AA and a short time in AAA, and I was fortunate to make the team the next year. And never had to go back. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I worried about it till about midway through my second year. I really did. And, I had a decent rookie season, made the all-rookie team. But I never felt comfortable, until about halfway through my second year. And then I said, now I'm probably here for a while until I play myself out of it.
Some guys say that it takes him 3 years to feel like a legitimate major leaguer. Oh, high drive to deep left. Kelly Shopik will hit his first career home run in a Red Sox uniform, and it was a big one. Right out of Fenway Park, a blast. Second home run of the inning for the Red Sox in a 5-0 Boston lead.
Well, that changeup has not fooled Kelly Shopik. He got a base hit on it back in the second inning. Now he gets a home run. That changeup just stays up between the letters and the belt, and he absolutely crushed this ball. What a sweet feeling that must be to know you've hit one that good, and it's gone as soon as you make contact.
Well, it's the most runs that Vargas has given up all season. And he's still just in the fourth inning with one out as Mike Aviles takes ball one. There is action already for Seattle. Hisashi Iko Akuma warming in the pen. Fly ball to right field. This is set Ichiro over to make the catch, 2 down. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Question is, in 2011, which 3 American League players had over 600 at-bats and were hit by a pitch one time or less? We'll have the answer for you in a little while. Here's Dustin Pedroia. Walked and fly to right.
Now, seeing Ichiro's here, wouldn't you say he might be one of them?
He's pretty agile. I mean, I would guess. Fly ball center field. Saunders back again to the track, and he'll make the catch. Red Sox tack on 3 more. A 2-run shot for Nava, solo shot for Shopping. It adds up to a 5-0 Red Sox lead. The Red Sox Foundation helping to address health needs in our communities. It's on to the 5th inning as Justin Smoke leads it off here for the Seattle Mariners. John Lester's offense has supplied 5 runs. Red Sox leading it 5-0. Smoke will pop it up left side. It is Aviles calling and catching out number 1 of the 5th inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, listening, guiding, and being there for kids in need. That's what Eastern Bank and Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez are made of, which is why we've teamed up to support youth mentoring programs throughout Massachusetts. Find out more. Go to easternbank.com/Adrian. 1 out in the 5th inning as Kyle Seager bats here for the Mariners. Just 1 hit allowed by John Lester through the first 4 1/3 innings. And a ball that was right back at him off the bat of Ichiro. And with Ichiro's speed, Lester did not have time to recover. Middlebrooks picked it up but had no chance to get the speedy Ichiro. But that's been it. Seager to right, hit pretty well. Ross gets back. He twisted around and made the catch. Celtics and Sixers game 2 tonight. They'll have it all covered tomorrow morning with Dennis and Callahan. Mike Lupico will join the guys tomorrow. Break down game 2 of the Celtics Sixers. All begins at 6 a.m. right here on NESN and on WEEI 93.7 FM tomorrow morning at 6. 2 down in the 5th inning. Alex Liddy, the batter, struck out swinging in the 3rd inning.
Not a lot of cut fastballs so far in this game by Lester. A lot of straight fastballs. Curveballs, I don't recall a change yet.
The 1 pitch bounces in. Jerry, it seemed there for a while that he was going the cutter an awful lot, a very high percentage. You think it is a thing that he was doing here tonight to make a bit of an adjustment, maybe less cutters?
Now, so far he hasn't really had to use it, has he? They've been very aggressive against him, going up against that fastball, and he's been getting a lot of outs.
Here's a fly ball to center field. Over to his left is Bird. And another quick and easy 1-2-3 inning for Lester. This was a 7-pitch inning. It's a 5-0 Red Sox lead. Tip, here's Big Papi, David Ortiz.
Go to the gym and do something, do a little bit of cardio, you know, so keep your circulation going and keep your blood flow, just establish the way you can go out there and run normal and move better.
Well, it's exactly what we do to get ready for every game up here. We follow Big Papi's tips to a T.
A lot of stretching,
yes,
running in place.
Throat exercises.
And we get jitters too, just like the players prior to a game, and some good cardio up here can help work those jitters off.
I run a lot in my room on the road.
You know, I used to do that.
In your room?
When I was a guy, when I was
on the bed.
No. When I was a runner, well, I never say a runner. I was never a runner, but when I was a jogger, and you know, I used to run a few miles a day.
I saw you run.
On rainy days, I used to run outside all the time. I used to go, when I was traveling on the road, I'd run in place in my room for like 30, 35,
really?
40 minutes.
Did you work up any kind of sweat running in place?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you couldn't tell the difference between running outside and running in place?
No,
in
you
room.
could tell the difference. I mean, you weren't going anywhere. It was just boring as heck, you know, just standing there running in place. But I mean, I did that a few times. I remember one time doing it in Detroit at the old hotel we used to stay at. Dearborn, yeah.
Huh.
But those days are gone.
You're not even running in place anymore.
No.
Running is over.
Running is over.
That's away, and it's 2-2. Ground ball, shift on. Shortstop Brendan Ryan cuts it off and throws out Ortiz for the first out of the inning. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of historic milestones, and now our home team has reached one of its own. Congratulations on this special anniversary from one Boston institution to another. One out in the last half of the fifth inning. And it brings up Adrian Gonzalez, who has been on twice tonight against Jason Vargas. Doubled in the first, walked in the third inning. shift on, and it's a second baseman. Seager throws out Gonzalez, and there's 2 outs. It's time now for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. In 2011, which 3 American League players had over 600 at-bats and were hit by a pitch 1 time or less? Ichiro, Dustin Pedroia, and Melky Cabrera. The answer: Ichiro was not hit at all last season at 677 at-bats. First time in his career he had went a full season without being hit. Pedroia was hit once in 635 at-bats. He's already reached that total this year. And Melky Cabrera had just 1 as well at 658 at-bats. Now keep in mind, Carlos Quentin was the major league leader last year. He was hit 23 times. And the Red Sox current catcher, Kelly Shoppach, leads the Sox with 4 this season. Led the American League in 2009 when he was hit 18 times.
Let's see if Vargas goes back to the changeup here against Middlebrooks. He got a bad swing on one earlier in this at bat. No, fastball inside.
It's as effective, and it's the second strikeout from Middlebrooks. 1, 2, 3, 5th, but a 5-0 Red Sox lead. Five to nothing. The Red Sox on top of the Seattle Mariners. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. It is 8-9-1 for the Mariners. Michael Saunders, Brandon Ryan, and Dustin Ackley expected to bat in the inning. 1 hit so far for Seattle through the first 5 innings. Michael Saunders popped out to the shortstop, Mike Aviles, in the 3rd inning. Lines one that is just over the glove. Might have tipped off the glove of Pedroia as he tried to time his leap at second base, and it's into right for base hit for Saunders.
It might have just got a piece of the glove of Dustin Pedroia. Ball hit very hard by Saunders on the line. And you'll see Pedroia go up. I think it did deflect right off the top of the glove. And Karam's out there into right field for the base hit.
So lead runner on here for the Mariners. First time in the game on just their 2nd hit. Here's Brendan Ryan. Popped up. Adrian Gonzalez from first base into foul ground. Makes the catch. 1 down. Well, tomorrow night at 10:30, join TC for an all-new episode of the Bobby Valentine Show. We'll discuss the current state of the Sox, take a look back at Valentine's Day on the Cape, and answer some of your questions. Catch the Bobby Valentine Show tomorrow night at 10:30. One on, one out, and Dustin Ackley, the batter. Unfortunately, we will be en route to St. Petersburg at that time.
Yes, we will. 2-game series against the Rays.
One-0 is outside, 2-0.
Good road trip coming up. Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, Baltimore.
All good cities. All good teams, too. Which will make it tough.
Yeah, Philly's having a little bit of a trouble right now, but always tough.
Into left, and it's a base hit opposite field at that for Ackley. Up to second goes Saunders, and all of a sudden the Mariners have pieced together a couple of hits.
Ackley now with a 10-game hitting streak. She takes the fastball from Lester that's on the outside part of the plate, goes with it to the opposite field for the base hit.
2 on, 1 away, and Casper Wells coming up. Wells grounded out in the first, popped out to second in the fourth inning. He's 0 for 2. Outside, 2-0. First time anybody has visited second base for the Seattle Mariners team in the game tonight. Looking back over the outings for Lester over the course of the year to this point, the only one you could compare it to would be the first start on opening day at Detroit. Game he lost, matched up against Verlander. There's a pop-up left side. Vilas will make the catch for the second out. Well, Jerry, you can make an argument that this is the best we've seen Lester this season.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, mostly fastballs. He threw a few changeups in this inning, but he's been going right after these Seattle hitters, and he's getting a lot of pop-ups and fly ball outs in this ball game.
I think he said he took the loss on opening day. Did not. Took a no decision opening day, though he pitched well enough to win that game, but had the unfortunate draw of course, Verlander on opening day. But in that game, he gave up a run in 7 innings. His longest outing is 8 innings this season. He gave up 3 runs at Toronto. He has 2 outs in the 6th tonight. He's only given up 3 hits. One of those hits belongs to Ichiro Suzuki, who bats for the 3rd time in the game. Check in on the Yankees-Orioles game. Camden Yards next half inning. Get an update from Baltimore. On the ground right side, Pedroia will flip to second base for the out that ends the top of the 6th inning. Through 5.5 from Fenway, Red Sox have a 5-0 lead. Bottom of the 6th inning back at Fenway Park. It is 5-0. Red Sox on top of the Mariners. Cody Ross, Daniel Nava, and Marlon Byrd. The anticipated trio here in the 6th inning to face Jason Vargas. His next pitch will be his 90th of the game. One-0 is a fly ball to left center field. Saunders makes his way in from center and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, you might not be able to tell by this weather, but it's Bermuda night here at Fenway Park. Bermuda's Minister of Business Development and Tourism, Wayne Ferber, enlightened us on why fans should go visit a beautiful island.
It's a very friendly place. It's very cultural, and I know that Bostonians love cultural aspect. Being I think 1600 when Boston was put in place. Bermuda's been around since 1509. So we have a lot of connection between Boston and Bermuda. So if they want to see some nice culture, they want to see our pink beaches, they want to see that sun, which you don't have, unfortunately, today, this is the time to come to Bermuda.
Fans coming into tonight's game encountered Gombe performers to help kick off Bermuda night here at Fenway Park. Performer Sean Casey threw the first pitch of the game, and Wayne Ferber sang the national anthem. And Don, did you know that since the early 1600s, Bermuda has an impressive record of striving to protect sea turtles that are now endangered or threatened?
Jenny, I did not know that. I have been to Bermuda a few times as a kid, but I did not know they were protecting sea turtles. I'm glad they are. Sea turtles are nice creatures.
I want to know this. Did Jenny get an invitation to go to Bermuda? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
That might be under discussion.
I'm not going to announce it for public consumption. What I want to know, though, is are sea turtles dangerous and will they bite you? That would have been important information in that situation I was in at the time.
Well, I mean, how fast can they be?
They swim pretty good.
They swim pretty good, but
yeah,
I mean,
but if you're in the water, I don't. So
yeah, but you can still swim faster, I'm sure, than a sea turtle.
I don't know. Okay. Not backwards.
I don't know either.
I don't know if they bite. I don't know what they do. Are they dangerous? Fly ball down the right field line, foul. Daniel Nava batting here, third plate appearance. His second plate appearance, he did this. For Nava, his second home run in the majors, and the first since his first swing in the majors. The first pitch he saw, which turned out to be a grand slam in his major league debut. And he hits a two-run home run here tonight in the 4th inning. Here's a 3-2. And it's ball 4. Third walk given up tonight by Vargas. Time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is 5-0. Red Sox have the lead over the Mariners. Vargas approaching 100 pitches in his outing. He just walked Nava with one out in the 6th inning. Here is Marlon Byrd. Fly ball to straightaway center. Michael Saunders backpedaling. Puts it away for out number 2. In honor of Fenway's centennial this year, Beth Israel Deaconess, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, is offering a daily health tip to help you live to be 100. Sign up at 100pitches.org. Well, Sean Kelly is up in the bullpen right now for the Mariners. Been up last inning, still warming in the pen as Vargas has 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Up over his average, not quite to his high. It's been a nice night for Kelly Shopik, who is 2 for 2. Single in the 2nd, a home run, a blast in the 4th inning. High fly ball sent foul down the left field line, out of play. I want to remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Glad you've joined us for game one of a brief two-game series between the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners. Shopik looks at strike two. Well, this was a mammoth blast for Shopik, his first home run in a Red Sox uniform, the organization he came up with, and 15 at bats in the big leagues with the Red Sox first time around to not have a home run or a hit. He gets his first home run out of the way. Mentioned his home run high, 21 home runs done with the Cleveland Indians. 11 home runs last year. 1-2 pitch. Just off the outside edge.
Was Eric Wedge his manager with the Cleveland Indians?
Yes, he was. Was traded for Coco Crisp. Foul tipped, held onto by Jesus Montero. Third strikeout for Vargas. 3 through 6, 5-0 Boston. By Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Seventh inning, and we check out by inning for John Lester. Most he's thrown is 15 pitches. That was in the fourth inning. Here's a little bloop to right that's going to fall in for a base hit. Jesus Montero's got his first hit of the night. Mariners get their fourth hit of the night off John Lester.
And more like a two-strike swing here by Montero instead of a no balls, no strike count. That ball got inside on him, a cut fastball, and he just kind of inside outs it to on a bloop to right field for the base hit.
Lead runner on here for the Mariners, second straight inning. For Justin Smoke, who is 0 for 2. Struck out in the second, popped out in the fifth.
Lester going back to that fastball down in the zone, and no contact by Smoke.
Smoke gets the feet out of the way and takes ball 2, 2-1. Smoke coming up in the Texas Rangers organization and traded for Cliff Lee back in July of 2010. Played with the Rangers part of that year in 2010, with the Mariners the last 2 seasons. 2-1 pitch. Towards third base down the line. Middlebrooks off balance throw from foul ground is going to pull Gonzalez off the bag. So reaching at first is Justin Smoke.
Well, Middlebrooks feeling he had no chance at second base because he had to go so far to his right, and then he makes a throw on the run. The ball's going to sail on him and pull Gonzalez off that first base bag. That'll go as a base hit. But a good throw would have had him at first base. I almost wonder if Middlebrooks had to do that all over again, whether he would have tried to plant himself and make a more accurate throw to first base.
So 2 on, nobody out here for the Mariners, and it brings up Kyle Seager. Seager, a third-round pick by the Mariners in 2009, last year's first year in the big leagues. 53 games for the Mariners. Foul tip, and it's a ball and a strike. Seager, part of this young Mariners team. He's just 24 years old. Bats with Montero at second, Smoke at first, nobody out. Mariners batting in the top of the 7th inning. One and two.
The second time he's got Seager to chase baseballs that are out of the zone. Almost identical to the last pitch.
'75th pitch for Lester, and it'll miss for ball 2, 2-2. John's 8th start of the year, coming in at 1-3 with a 4.29 earned run average. It's 2-2 lifetime against Seattle. Seager now. Liddy would be next here in the inning. 2-2 pitch to Kyle Seager. Lined and caught. It's 2. Pedroia able to throw to Aviles, and Montero is halfway to third base. And a double play here in the 7th inning. A bang-bang double play.
I was always taught that when you're behind by a pretty good margin in a ball game, like the Mariners are now, you really don't get a secondary lead, so that doesn't happen. You know, you get that secondary lead, that line drive quickly becomes a double play. And what was could have been a pretty good inning going for the Mariners. Instead, now 2 outs and a man at first base.
That was a bullet, too, hit at Pedroia for the double play. There is strike 1 to Alex Liddy. Third baseman for the Mariners has struck out swinging and flied out to center field. in the dirt, smothered by Shopik nicely.
Curveball this time from John Lester, bouncing back toward the chest protector of Kelly Shopik, and the runner remains at first base.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
And change up that time from Lester. More change ups from about the fourth inning on in this ball game. And that's a very good one outside part of the plate, probably just off the outside edge.
This will kick off Shopik, but not far enough for Smoke to try for second base. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, prior to Game 2 of the series with the Seattle Mariners, the Red Sox will pay tribute to former pitcher Tim Wakefield on Thanks Wake Day. Wakefield spent 17 years with the Sox and is third on the team's all-time win list. You can catch all the ceremony coverage starting Tuesday at 3 o'clock with Red Sox first pitch. Lester backs off. Liddy backs out. Line to left, and that'll get in for a base hit. Over to plate is Nava. Up to second base goes Smoke on the line drive single for Liddy. Third hit of the inning for the Mariners.
Well, you see how big that double play becomes right now, because the Mariners had something going in this inning off John Lester. Cut fastball that time, stayed up in the zone just a bit, and the line shot to left field for a base hit.
First and second, two down, and Michael Saunders the batter. This next pitch will be the 16th of the inning for Lester. It's the most pitches he's thrown in any inning tonight. And it'll be to Michael Saunders, who is 1 for 2. He's popped out short, single to right. Shopik headed out. Hitting the road, take the Red Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today. See every Red Sox out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit RedSox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Pitching line for John Lester, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 6 2/3, 6 hits so far, no runs. Hasn't walked anybody and struck out 3. He has 2 outs and 2 on here in the 7th inning. Saunders takes strike 1. Through the first 5 innings, Lester had given up only 1 hit. He started the game by retiring the first 11 Seattle Mariners in a row. And 3 of those first 11 by way of the K. He's not had a strikeout since the 3rd inning. On the corner. Saunders didn't like it. 2-2. He gets the call from Tim Timmons.
Yeah, this very close. Look at the Amica pit zone, and I think it's going to show it's a little bit outside, but John Lester gets the call.
Fouled off to the left, back into the seats, and back down again. Smoke at second base, Liddy at first base, 2 down in the Mariners' 7th inning. Two-two pitch from John Lester. Saunders will pop it up, shallow left, Aviles out, Nava in. And Aviles makes the catch. It ends the inning. The Mariners strand 2 more. 7th inning stretch from Fenway, 5-0. Red Sox on top. Let's check in with your Need to Know with Nessa Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Jamison Coyle. Daniel Nava has made the best of this trip to the big leagues. He hits a 2-run home run in the 4th inning to give the Red Sox a 4-0 advantage. First home run since a grand slam in his first major league at bat. And then Kelly Shoppach gets his first home run in a Red Sox uniform. Blast that goes right out of the yard. John Lester has pitched well. This one is fouled back and out of play by Mike Aviles to start the 7th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Sean Kelly, who's been warming up each of the last 2 innings, comes into the game to pitch the 7th inning in relief of Jason Vargas. 4th appearance, 0-1, 6.00 earned run average. And it's sitting 250 against him. It's quickly ahead, 0-2. Kelly missing most of last year, recovering from Tommy John surgery the year before. With a slider, and he went around. Aviles strikes out. So 1 down in the 7th inning. Mike didn't think he went, but he's rung up by Jeff Kellogg, first base umpire.
Aviles shaking his head as he heads back to the dugout. Didn't believe that he did swing at this pitch. Another breaking ball away from him. Aviles thought he checked the swing, but gets the bad news from the first base umpire.
1 down in the 7th inning is Dustin Pedroia coming up. Does not have a hit yet tonight as he hooks this one foul off to the left out of play. Dustin's 14-game hitting streak is on the line tonight as He walked back in the first inning. Since then, he's flied to right. Flied out to the warning track in center field. So Vargas goes 6 innings tonight. He gives up 7 hits and 5 runs. He walked 3, struck out 3. And on the hook, trailing 5-0 as he departs. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2012 season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Kelly Shopik, one of the 2 home runs. In fact, both are in your shot there. Nava first, then Shopik on the home runs tonight. It's pop up right side of the Mariners infield. Kyle Seager makes the catch, 2 down as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Yes, Don, it's time now for MLB News and Notes, which is brought to you by Nissan. The Dodgers' Matt Kemp may be headed to the DL. Kemp, who entering today had played in 399 straight games, had an MRI on his injured left hamstring. And Giancarlo Stanton capped off a 6-run Marlins 9th inning with a walk-off grand slam versus the Mets. At 433 feet, it was the longest home run hit so far at Marlins Park. And Stanton wasn't the only one celebrating in grand style yesterday. Joey Votto also connected for a walk-off grand slam. It was the 3rd homer of the day for Votto, who also had 6 RBI. Don?
All right, thank you very much, Jenny. Well, disappointing for Kemp. We'll see what happens after the MRI, but what a terrific start of the year he has had this season. Kemp with 12 home runs out of the gate for the Dodgers. 2 down in the 7th inning. Then tonight, Bryce Harper getting his first major league home run for the Washington Nationals. They're playing the Padres tonight, who are already 11.5 games out in the National League West. 1-2 pitch missing inside.
Yeah, the Dodgers playing great baseball. 6 games in front of San Francisco. As you mentioned, Don, San Diego last at 11.5 out.
It's a long way to be out this early in the season.
Ooh.
So it is fouled off to the left, out of play.
Only 12 wins on the season for San Diego at this point. 23 for the Dodgers, who are in first place.
Two pitch from Sean Kelly. Full count now to Big Papi. Jerry, did you know that Josh Hamilton has more home runs than the San Diego Padres have?
Is that right?
18-13. Three-two pitch is fouled off to the left. There was some talk earlier this season about bringing in the fences at Petco Park, and that seems like it'd be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think so. It's got to be such a demoralizing place for an offense to try to play in, and I'm sure the pitchers love it. But
if you're Adrian Gonzalez, you got to be thinking, "Wow, great! Now you're bring the fences in."
Now you're bringing them in.
3-2 fouled off by the Red Sox dugout. Adrian, who would have had many more home runs in his time spent in San Diego than he could with the dimensions of Petco Park. Red Sox hit a few home runs there a few years ago in there. I remember Veritek hitting one to the beach area out in right center. This is in the air to left as Casper Wells is in a step or two. And that will end the 7th inning. Played 7 from Fenway. It's 5-0 Boston. Top half of the 8th inning back at Fenway. It's 5-0. Red Sox on top. John Lester back on the mound. Throwing 87 pitches for 7 innings, and it is Brendan Ryan lead it off here for the Mariners. Ryan 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short, fouled out to first. Fouled it off to the right, out of play, 1-1. Celtics and Sixers game 2 is tonight. We'll have it all covered tomorrow morning with Dennis and Callahan. Mike Lupica will join the guys tomorrow and break down game 2 of the Celtics-Sixers series. All begins at 6 a.m. right here on Nesson and on WEEI 93.7 FM tomorrow morning at 6. In there for a strike over the inside corner. Ryan didn't like it, and it's 1-2. Chop to third base. Middlebrooks has got it. Off balance throw. Gets there in time. Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of free checking that's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. 1 out in the 8th inning. Dustin Ackley, the batter, singled in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 night so far for Mariners leadoff hitter and DH. Lester falling behind 2-0. John has not walked anybody tonight. He's at 3 strikeouts. He's not struck anybody out since the 3rd inning. Fly ball to straightaway center field. Bird back to make the catch. No more room to work with in straightaway center field, up against the wall. But he's there to make the grab. 2 down.
And nicely timed on contact, and also as he gets close to that wall to make the leaping catch in front of the garage door.
So 2 down here in the 8th. Casper Wells, the batter. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Grounded to short, popped to second, popped out to short. And the recipient of strike 1. Down 0-2. It's a pitch that Lester's used more often here in the second half of his outing than he did in the first. Changeup is him ahead 0-2. Well, strikes out. 4th strikeout for Lester. We played 7.5. It's 5-0 Red Sox. Sweet Caroline wrapping up here at Fenway Park. Strong rendition tonight from the Fenway faithful as a fly ball out to left field for Adrian Gonzalez, and Casper Wells takes charge and makes the catch. Coming up immediately following the game, stay with us for Debbie B. Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live at TC, Peter, and Jenny. Get a breakdown of John Lester's start tonight and hear his post-game comments. Let's catch manager Bobby Valentine's thoughts on this series opener with the Mariners from the Fenway interview room. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. 4 in a row retired by Sean Kelly since he's come into the game. Will Middlebrooks facing him for the first time. Middlebrooks has flied out to center and struck out twice. All that was against Jason Vargas, the starter tonight for Seattle. Vargas went 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 3, struck out 3, and is on the hook for the Mariners tonight. He came in with a record of 4-2 and a 2.79 ERA. The Red Sox got to him for 2 in the first and 3 in the 4th inning. Two from Kelly. Line into center field, a base hit for Middlebrooks. 1 for 3. It'll be Cody Ross as he comes up, bats with 1 out and 1 on.
Made him look bad on a breaking ball earlier in that at bat, but that one just kind of hangs out over the plate. Middlebrooks does a nice job staying back. The flick of the wrist and the line drive to center for the base hit.
1 out, 1 on. And here is Cody Ross. I mentioned 1 for 3 is Ross. Single in the 4th inning. Came around and scored. 2-run home run by Nava. Pitch in tight. Jerry, I'm just trying to think of a guy that has come up to the Red Sox in the last 10 years or so that has done as well in his major league debut and then went back down again. And I can't think of anybody. There must be somebody who came up and performed as well as he has. Home runs, base hits.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have been up and down, obviously, but
I mean, for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time, I can't remember anybody that's had this type of success. And then, as you mentioned, headed back to Pawtucket.
High fly ball out to deep left center field. Wells back at the wall, and it's going to scrape the wall on the way down. Stopping at third is Middlebrooks. It is a wall scraper in left for Ross. He's got a double, and it's second and third with 1 away.
Now, second hit of the night for Cody Ross. Had a single back in the 4th inning. A very high wall scraping double here in the 8th inning. Fastball middle in. And Cody Ross does not miss that pitch very often.
So second and third, 1 out. And Daniel Nava coming up. Bring the infield in all the way around for the Mariners with 1 out in the inning. Nava's grounded out, hit the 2-run home run and walked. Ball 2-0. Kelly retired the first 4 Red Sox he faced, but it's been different. Last 2 batters, a single for Middlebrooks, solidly hit a double off the wall for Ross, and all of a sudden it's second and third, 1 out. They will put on Nava now with first base open. And take their chances with Marlon Byrd. Well, tomorrow afternoon, immediately following Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Peter, and Jenny at 3:30. They'll preview Josh Beckett's start as he takes the mound in the series finale with the Mariners, plus former Red Sox pitcher Tim Wakefield to be honored prior to the game. with Thanks Wake Day at Fenway Park. Live coverage begins at 3 only on NESN. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the 8th inning. Marlon Byrd, the batter. There is strike 1. Byrd singled in the 2nd inning. Flied out in both the 4th and 6th innings. Career .276 hitter in this situation. He's got Middlebrooks at 3rd, Ross at 2nd, Nava at first base. 2-1. To right field, Ichiro moving over towards the warning track, makes the catch. Tagging at 3rd is Middlebrooks. Throw goes to 2nd, and the Red Sox take a 6-0 lead. Sac fly for Marlon Byrd.
Well, anytime the ball is hit out to Ichiro, you kind of expect a close play at the plate, but that time no throw to home plate by Ichiro. Felt like he was too deep, and Marlon Byrd picks up the RBI, his 5th in a Red Sox uniform.
And even 100 career outfield assists for Ichiro Suzuki. And not this time. Run gets in. Red Sox lead at 6-0. So they're going to appeal third base here. Standing at 3rd is Liddy.
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
And he tagged on time. So the run counts 6-0.
We'll take a look in our Dubs double box. The top of the body was going, but the foot was on the bag when the catch was made by Ichiro. That's always why you get that appeal when that top of the body seems to be leaning forward. But that foot stays on the bag. First time we've whipped out the double box tonight.
Ground ball softly hit towards 3rd. Liddy will go to 1st with it. Throw is in time, and that will end the inning. Red Sox add a run. Looks like John Lester's coming out to finish this thing. It's 6-0. Red Sox on top.
This gang of outlaws perform live at the MGM Grand Theater at Foxwoods Resort Casino Sunday, May 27th. For tickets to this one-night-only show, visit foxwoods.com. Gang of Outlaws, only at Foxwoods, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
6-0 Red Sox on top as John Lester tries to go all the way tonight for the Red Sox. Back out there for the 9th inning. 98 pitches deep into his outing. Zips one inside to Ichiro, and it's 1-1. Ichiro followed by Montero and Smoke in the inning as Lester falls behind 2-1. No action in the Red Sox pen as this inning begins. John Lester's game to finish. Ball 3-1. Lester's not walked anybody tonight. He has 4 strikeouts. Jesus Montero on deck. Justin Smoke to follow here in the 9th inning. Lined into left center field, a base hit. Over is Nava to play it. Ichiro Suzuki has got himself a leadoff single to begin the 9th inning. Second hit of the night for Ichiro.
2 for 4 night. Came into the game a .240 hitter in his career against Lester. Did have a couple of home runs against him. That average will increase against John with the 2 for 4 tonight.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your local Lincoln dealers, Sullivan Tire, and by Kia Motors. 1 on, nobody out in the 9th inning. Jesus Montero takes ball 1. Bob McClure is about to get on the phone. If he can get the phone door open. There's a strike, 1-1.
I wonder, Don, when they'll go to texting or just using cell phones to call the bullpen.
Yeah, that's the old style phone down there. You really don't need it. I mean, today we've really kind of graduated from that.
Yeah. That's been there a long time.
Is that the only place you can call is the bullpen from that phone, or do you think you call other places?
I think just the bullpen.
Foul tip. And it is 1-2. Franklin Morales is up in the pen. Looks like there's 2 phones down there. Maybe you have one that can get around the ballpark and one that goes directly to the pen.
We should check that out tomorrow before the game. See if we can make a long distance call.
2 phone calls.
Telephones.
Maybe order a pizza.
Yeah.
One, 2 to Montero. I think he went. He did. Home plate umpire Tim Timmons going to ring him up. 5 strikeouts for Lester. 1 down in the 9th.
And Lester going to the curveball to pick up the strikeout. Quickly gets ahead of Montero. Gets him to chase the breaking ball. You know, in George Steinbrenner's heyday, there were probably 2 phones in the Yankee dugout. One directly from him in his office. I'm sure.
Wonder how many times Billy Martin just ignored it.
Yeah.
As it was ringing. 1 out, 1 on as Justin Smoke, the batter, 1 for 3 in the game. Pitch inside, ball 1. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on Nesson. Remember the show Red Sox Stories we did like 5 or 6 years ago?
No.
Okay. Well, I hosted it. It's a really good show.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was a really good show. But one of the stories they had on there was that Joe Morgan actually answered the phone in the Red Sox dugout. I think it was on the road somewhere. And a Red Sox fan got through to Joe Morgan and told him what he thought of his move so far in that game.
In the dugout?
In the dugout. So there are phones that are in the dugout that come from outside lines.
They must have called the switchboard and said, connect me to the dugout, please.
It's down the line and into the left field corner. As Ichiro flying around the bases will be stopped at third. Into second with a double goes Justin Smoke, and it is second and third with one out. Saw Franklin Morales warming in the pen, and he is heating it up here as runners are at second and third quickly for the Mariners.
Right down that third base line for Smoke as he picks up his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 4. Not taking a chance by trying to wave Ichiro home, down by 6 runs in the ball game. All the way down into the corner as Nava has to chase it down. It gets by him just a little, but they're still not going to try to score Ichiro down by 6.
Second and third, one out. And Kyle Seager, the batter, is 0 for 3. Takes strike one as Lester starts off ahead. Morales has been joined by Alfredo Cevis now in the pen. Fouled off to the left hand. It's 0-2. Alex Liddy waits on deck. One out here in the 9th inning. The Mariners making some noise. They're trailing 6-0. And 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. That hurt. Seager will jump around.
Cut fastball inside part of the plate, and Seager right on top of it. And down on that right foot.
Well, 8 1/3 work tonight so far by Lester. That's the most he threw in any game last year, more than any game than he had thrown last year. He went 8 innings 4 times last year. He has an 8-inning complete game this year, but has not had a 9-inning complete game since 2010. He's ahead of Seager, 0-2. On the ground right side, Pedroia will go to first for out number 2. A run will score. Ichiro comes in, and the shutout is gone as the Mariners get a run here in the 9th inning. Smoke takes third, 2 away. RBI for Kyle Seager. So the first run that Lester gives up comes in the 9th inning. Here is Alex Liddy, who singled to left field his last time up, a 1 for 3 night. Smoke at third, 2 down in the 9th. A 1-0. Up and away, 2-0. Lester may be tiring here. He's at 115 pitches. Next pitch will equal his second highest total of the season. And that's outside too, 3-0.
Only the tough inning he had was back in the 7th inning, and a double play helped him out in that inning. A line drive double play. Laboring a little bit here in the 9th.
20th pitch of the inning. And it is a strike, 3-1. Liddy fouls it off to the right, and Lester battles back to a full count from 3-0 to 3-2. With a full count and 2 outs in the ninth, Fenway stands as one. Three-two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Lester goes all the way. His 6th strikeout ends the ball game. Gives up a run in the 9th inning on 2 hits. In his first 9-inning complete game since June 27th of 2010, he was matched up against Tim Lincecum in San Francisco, and he got the better of it that day and gets the better of the Seattle Mariners tonight. And Jerry, this is his best outing of the year.
Without question, Don, and he was really attacking the strike zone all night long, in particular early in the game with his fastball, started to mix in his changeup, his curveball, his cut fastball. Just a beautiful outing. Of course, home runs by Nava and by Shopik. Nice win for the Red Sox on a little bit of a roll right now.
They have won 4 in a row and win tonight 6-1. We're back with more from Fenway Park after this.